everybody, just going to document today our progress. So today is Good Friday and we've come up early so we could get a rotavator. I don't think you can see, it's just up there. The plot's huge and it's desperate to be turned over, and some organisation put into it, and as much as I would love to do no dig, it's just not going to be possible this year. But at least the idea is once I've got beds in place, I can then approach it with no dig hopefully and just mulch each year after that. So the hard work is going to start today. So we are going to turn most of this over and I'm going to create some walkways and pathways so that we can start marking out some beds and just get some structure in place with this allotment, as it's so big and it's desperate for love and it's desperate to become functional. So we are going to have a quick cup of tea and we're just going to clear off some of the stuff up at the top there, because we've got all the weed control fabric and whatnot down, and see how we can go. So hubby's here and the two kids, Max and Holly. So yeah, so we're going to go and get cracking on. So I will catch up with you in a bit when there is some more progress to report on. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're just having a quick break. We've had a bit of a nightmare with the rotavator. The belt had gone on it and we've got really no instructions because we've hired it from the allotment site. So thankfully we had a couple of spanners, so we've managed to undo it and managed to loop it all back over. So we're back up and running, thank goodness. So we've not done as much as we wanted to yet, but now we know what we're doing pretty much, I think. We're going to keep cracking on. So we've managed to do this section and this section. We're just going to get ready to move on up into that section next. So I shall come back to you when we are cracking on with that bit, and I'll do a full review at the end and show you exactly what's been going on. So see you in a bit. Right, we're after 3:30 now and we've made some really good progress, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little bit of a layout here. So I'm going to flip the camera around and give you a little tour. Okay, so this whole back end, I don't know if anybody remembers, if you look back on my previous videos that I had, was literally overgrown, dead tall, and then we smothered it with cardboard and we put some of this black fabric down. So we've stripped it back and we have rotavated quite a bit, as you can see. I'm just going to come down this end and stand back a bit. So all the way over there. So I have some really good sized beds now. It's going to take you along again a little bit better. I'm just going to try and get a decent sized view for you. All there you are, chuffed a bit. So the plan is, where all these black pieces of weed fabric are, we're going to get some wood chip to go down them, and then we just ran out of some of this stuff, so there needs to be another strip of that here, and that'll give us those last two beds there. So they're technically there, it's just we didn't have enough of the material, but absolutely chuffed to bits with it all really, which means all I've got to do now is just condition them ever so slightly and then I can get planting in. But the next steps hopefully along this back stretch there, that there is a tank, and we know there's frogs been in there, so I want to try and keep that as natural as possible and have that into a wildlife area, and then have some sort of like mound that comes up to each side, just so that the frogs have got somewhere to come out of that really. Otherwise it's just thick grass, so I should be able to sort that out. And then this whole strip along the back here, there's brambles and there's gooseberries that are absolutely smothered, so we're going to plan on taking some of that right back, and then we'll have another little path that goes along down that back bit there, just so we've got access all around it really. And then once that bit's sorted, then we can concentrate on this section here. So that's not going to really take much. Once we get this bit sorted here and sectioned off, that's not going to take much, but we're not too sure what to do with that bit yet. Obviously I've still got my rhubarb, I've got a spare bed here, there's a strawberry bed just on the other side of that barrel there, and then it's pretty much free along that bit there anyway, so there might be plans for a polytunnel, but that wouldn't be happening this year. Again, down to funds, it's trying to get hold of everything without putting ourselves out of our pockets too much. So little bit of a brief update on this side. So rhubarb sprung to life on there, empty bed, that's the broad beans in there. This is going to be a salad bed, but I've started the salad off at home, so it's just nice though, just to be able to like see down there, and there's paths and there'll be beds. So it's going to be a mixture of flowers and food, veg, whatever takes our fancy. And then still the same old up here. Now just a dumping area really for us to just sit down in, but there you have it. So I'm going to go for a walk back down the path and let you take it all in. I'm really chuffed with this though. Every time I keep coming back away from it and then go back to it, I just think, oh yeah, it's brilliant. I'm saying it's not how I wanted to do it. I'd love to have done no dig, but the costing of like being able to get hold of all of the stuff that we needed for it just wasn't viable, so this was our only option. And that the rotavator we've hired off the allotment site, so it's not even put us out of pocket really. So yeah, not too bad. So as you can see, it's been rather a productive day for a change. Good Friday and a good bit of sunshine's been the best day to come for us really. We've worked together well as a team. There's been hardly any fighting. Kids haven't fought as much. They've been quite happy to play around, and we've had a couple of cups of tea, and visitors have been and come and seen us as well. So I'm really pleased with how it's gone. This bit was just the bit that was stressing me out with not having any structures. So now I've got things to play with now. So if you like what you've seen today, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me any comments in the comments box if you want to, and if you don't already, would love it if you could subscribe. Now I've got a bit more to show and develop. It would be brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and until next time, see you later.